slide up.
Okay, good afternoon. Thank you for coming today. Just to give a brief overview, today we are going to talk a little bit more about the investigation into the murder of Lyric Lawson, 6-year-old female who was killed on October 5th, 2019 at approximately 1 a.m. in the 1300 block of East 171st Street in a drive-by shooting. Speaking today will be Mayor Frank Jackson, Police Chief Calvin Williams, Special Agent in charge of the FBI Eric Smith, United States Marshal Pete Elliott, and also joining us today are Sal Awadallah from the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office and Lieutenant Pillow from the Homicide Unit. Lieutenant Pillow will be giving some more in-depth information into this case, but we need you to remember that we're in the very early stages of the investigation, so there are not going to be a lot of questions that we can answer. Mayor?
Well, first I want to give condolence to the family of the 6-year-old child who was killed as a result of this incident, and want to give special thanks to our partners, the FBI, U.S. Marshal, and our detective unit, homicide unit, for the work that they've done. This would not have been possible without their hard work and their collaboration and cooperation. So I'll turn it over to the chief, who will then turn it over to whoever is appropriate.
Yes, thanks, Mayor. Good afternoon. As Sergeant Chott stated, we want to announce that there's been an arrest in the murder of 6-year-old Lyric Lawson that occurred this past October. That male, you see the picture here, I'm not going to mention his name. His name is on the picture. Was arrested about 7:30 this morning by our partners with the U.S. Marshal Service. Right now, this is a continuing investigation. We are by no means done with this investigation. I want to thank the public for their help. All the information that was sent in to our homicide investigators, our federal partners that assisted in this investigation was invaluable in getting us to this point today, so I want to thank the public. But I also want to implore the public to continue to give us information on this particular case, because we're not done with it, as well as other cases that are unsolved here in the city that relate to violent crime. I have to thank our federal partners, our local partners. Our FBI office here has been invaluable in their assistance in getting to this point in this investigation. They've worked thousands of hours along with our investigators since this happened, since the night it actually happened. And without them, I don't think we'd actually be at this point. Our prosecutor's office, although Prosecutor O'Malley's not here, but they're an integral partner in what we do in the city in trying to put people in jail that commit atrocities like these. U.S. Marshal Service with Marshal Elliott, whenever we get to the place where we actually identify a suspect and have a warrant, we turn that over to their expertise, and they without fail track those folks down. So I want to thank Pete and his folks for bringing us to this conclusion today. A couple more things. I just want to say that you know, this is something that plagues our city. And when we come together, as you see with the folks behind me, then we can bring resolution to these things quickly. When our community cooperates and sends us that information, we have a ton of investigators waiting to take that and turn it into action and, you know, result in the things that you see here today. So I want to thank the public. I want to thank our partners. Also behind us, you'll see some of our investigators from our homicide unit, some of the supervisors, Sergeant Montalbos, he's trying to hide over there, Sergeant Gomez, Detective Eccles, Art Eccles, this is his case. These folks have worked day in and day out on this case, just like they work on every homicide case that comes into the city. So I want to acknowledge them and thank them for their hard work and dedication. Right now I'm going to turn it over to our partner with the FBI, Special Agent Eric Smith.
Thank you, Chief. I am Special Agent in charge Eric Smith with the Cleveland Division of the FBI. Any day, law enforcement can stand in front of the public and announce that a dangerous individual has been taken off the streets and placed into custody is a great day, and today is a great day. I will say that the FBI officially joined the Homicide Review Task Force in 2017, and over the last 2 years, numerous investigative efforts have proven fruitful by the collaborative and diligent work of CPD detectives, FBI agents, and FBI analysts. We are in the same fight, protecting the public holding those responsible for heinous crimes such as the murder of an innocent 6-year-old sleeping on her couch to the fullest extent of the law. The Homicide Review Task Force has spent numerous hours investigating the murder of little Lyric Lawson. And while I can't go into detail about all of our investigative efforts, I can say that the FBI was able to bring to the investigative team technological tools and evidence collection, which, when combined with men and women determined to bring justice on behalf of Lyric and her family, led to the identification of Howard. We will continue to work side by side with our CPD partners, sharing lawful investigative tools and techniques, and bringing those committing crime in our community to face justice. We, of course, want to extend a considerable thank you to the U.S. Marshals Service and their Violent Crimes Fugitive Task Force for executing the arrest warrant for Howard and for pursuing the suspect for days and days on end and across many states. We cannot overemphasize the importance of law enforcement partnerships that led us to the outcome we have today. While the arrest will not bring back little Lyric Lawson, we hope that knowing her killer is in custody will bring some closure to her loved ones. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I'm very sorry for the family and what happened. This morning, about 7:30 a.m. in Hermitage, Tennessee, the U.S. Marshals Task Force arrested this individual while he was hiding in an attic area of a residence. There was information that was developed here in Northern Ohio by investigators that placed him in that residence in Tennessee. We moved quickly. Again, he was found hiding in an attic area and was taken without incident. I want to thank CPD, Cleveland Police, and the FBI for their great determination on this case. Thank you.
Good afternoon. As Chief Williams stated earlier, we're still investigating this. There are a lot of details that I won't go into, but I can provide a brief overview. As you know, Lyric Lawson was killed, I believe it was October 5th, while sleeping at home. The 5th District initially assumed this case as it was a felonious assault. The 5th District detectives did a phenomenal job before handing it off to us when she unfortunately passed away. The public did their part with getting us some information. It was up to us to take that information and convert it into something that we could pursue and with charges with. The detectives have done that. We've still got a long way to go, and we're still asking for the public's assistance. Did anyone have any questions?
In this case, there seems to be a huge outpouring. Is it because, more than a normal case, because of an innocent 6-year-old kid? I mean, it touched everybody.
I've been here 5 years, and I do find that when the victims are children, we do get more outreach from the public.
Is there any connection at that address? Another fellow who lived listed that as that address was shot. Tyrone Lanny?
We do believe that this was some continued violence or intimidation directed at someone else. We don't think this was random. We do believe that someone else was targeted at that home.
You said that by no means this investigation is over. Do you believe others were involved in this incident?
We do, and we are following up as we speak on those other individuals.
People that were in the car at the time?
We believe that there are other people involved in Lyric Lawson's death, directly involved.
Marshall, did this individual have ties to that home in Tennessee?
He did, I believe it was his father's residence.
Thank you. There's another question.
The gun, the rifle, is it an automatic rifle?
The rifle used was a semi-automatic rifle, yes.
Have you recovered that?
We have not. Thank you very much.
Thank you.